Good glorious morning, everyone. For some of you, you're already starting your day, and it's only about 6:30 or something here, so I'm starting my day too. I've been looking at some Facebook posts and things like that, and I've actually had a couple of people call me regarding this cold and flu kind of stuff. So, yes, I am clearing my throat this morning. That's kind of what you do when you first wake up, most of us, okay? We kind of sound like a frog, and we need to do a little and sniffles and sneezes and blowing stuff out and all those kinds of things. And as soon as you've completed that, you brush your teeth, wash your face, and I get back into I do it on my bed because it's comfortable in the morning. The floor is cold. Otherwise, I probably should be on a yoga mat sitting in lotus position, but I'm in my bed sitting in lotus position on a couple of pillows, so I'm nice and comfy and warm. And I got my blanket, my favorite blankie, around my feet to keep them warm. And I'm just going to give you a very short snippet. This won't be my meditation time, but this is how I start my day. Breathing deeply. Acknowledging the presence, the power, and the love of God to surround me, to ground me, to fill me to overflowing. I call upon the Ascended Masters, Jesus, the archangels, and my personal ancestors and guides to prepare me, to be with me, to go forth before me, to prosper my way, to establish me in this day. O Lord, you are my shepherd. I know that I have everything. You lead me beside the peaceful waters, the still waters. You restore my soul. And even if I come upon challenges or tests of time that seem to bring me through the valley of the shadow of darkness, I will fear no evil, for no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And your word and your love are with me to guide me and light my way. I know that goodness and mercy overtake me every day of my life, and I dwell in the house of the Lord. Beneath your wings I trust, O God, and I know that all is well forever. Thank you for this glorious day. Now after that, I normally get quiet for a few minutes. That's called meditation. And if there are particular desires that I have, the word says, acknowledge love, acknowledge God in all your ways. And God, love, will give you the desires of your heart. So that is established. And if I have desires that I need to express, I simply ask, and then I get quiet, because I do believe that God simply answers. And after I've taken a few moments in stillness and in quietness, during that time, I'm checking in with my body. I'm taking deep breaths. I'm feeling my head to my toes. I am in my body. Because this body is the temple of the Spirit of love and light. It is just like the glass container that candle is in. Okay? This is your body. Now, I also recall in my mind that the word says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, and offer your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service, that you might prove what is that good and acceptable will of God. Dear one, it is God's will that you be in health and prosper, even as your soul prospers. And the soul will always prosper. This is what we recognize as the spirit. It does not die. It is with us at all times. But we want to preserve and provide for the vessel that it is in. So focusing on my candle, you see it's burning clearly through the glass, because occasionally I wipe that glass, okay? I get the soot out of it, all right? And occasionally I trim that wick of that candle so that it burns brightly. So people, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Trim the wick. Stop and think about what you're thinking. If you're thinking, oh, I'm so sick, oh, I hate this job, oh, I, okay? Well, I could do this, but, well, I can't do that, but, but, get your butts out of it. Okay, time to wake up. Now I've got your attention. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Here are some thoughts for renewing your mind. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise, I am. And think of the positive things. The word says, if there be any good thing, if there's any virtue, think on these things. Now get your butts out of it. There is no I am but, all right? There is only I am. I am healthy. This is what we're going to focus on today. I am healthy. Tell your body, I'm going to lay you down and allow you to rest, because I know that I am healthy. And I know that you're working on it. I've exposed you to lots of things. And I appreciate you because you carried me through it as far as you could. And now you're telling me to lay down and rest. And I am going to acknowledge you. I am going to respect you. I am going to care for you. I am caring for you. I am transforming. I am offering this body as a vessel filled with health and healing. I am healthy. Now, for some practical aspects of those things that you are doing. Because now it's time for the meditation to be over. You've talked to God, and here is where you ask your body, how can I help you today? We get a little more light of day here, all right? That's my butterfly lamp. So, now it's time to actually get up, get out of the bed. And what is the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to the kitchen and get myself a very nice warm cup of water. I'm going to slice a lemon and squeeze that into there. If I don't have a lemon, I'm going to put some apple cider vinegar in there. And if I don't have the lemon or the apple cider vinegar, I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny bit of salt in there, because I want to awaken the body, and I want to awaken to the body to a little bit of cleansing. Now, if you're using salt, just I hope you have some kosher salt or Himalayan salt, that sort of a thing. Even your Mediterranean sea salt, something that might have a little bit more minerals than normal. So you have a choice, lemon or apple cider vinegar. If you don't have either one of those, you can use a little bit of salt till you get the other things. If you don't have any of that, you can use a little bit of molasses, or you can use a little bit of honey. Now, I've given you several things. One of those things has to be in your cupboard, okay? By now, you've been listening to me for a little while, and you should have all of those things, all right? So, warm water, and let's say, for instance, I want a little bit of honey. I'm not going to put a big glob. I'm going to put just a little bit because it gives my tongue something to taste, wakes up the taste buds first thing. And I'm going to get a very large glass of warm water or hot water. You know, like when you go to Starbucks and you get that big cup? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Big cup time, all right? So find your favorite big mug, fill it up with very warm water, and we're not going to sip it, we're going to drink it. Drink that. Then go about with your morning habits. If you need to go to the bathroom, if you need to take a shower. Now, if you're dealing with the flu or severe cold and you're really, really, really feeling icky, make that bath or that shower time quite warm and breathe as deeply as you can. Now, if you're going back to bed right after you've had your warm water, you don't want to lie down flat on your back. You lie on your left side because it's going through your stomach and it needs to go down. You might even get to the point where you can feel it when it's going down. And if you're dealing with the flu or severe cold, it would be okay to just go back to bed for a few minutes now. And when you get up from here, if you need medication, remember I recommend ibuprofen for the pain, for fever. I would normally take that maybe twice a day. I might take 3 ibuprofen in the morning, 3 ibuprofen at night. You don't need to be taking something every 3 hours, every 4 hours. You're just putting more chemicals in your body. Listen to your body, all right? If you keep it warm and comfortable in your bed and begin to breathe and relax, you can almost self-hypnotize yourself into feeling better, at least until you fall asleep, okay? And when you're sleeping, your body's like going to work in fever pitch speed, trying to get you back. It's kind of like you're in this race, this NASCAR race maybe, and you got to go for a pit stop. And so while you're on that pit stop, your body goes into high gear like all those little guys that come out and do the tires and you know, do all that stuff. Okay, so this is what your body's doing during this time. So allow it. Okay, now I know we got the cell phones and the video things and the TVs and all this kind of stuff. Put on some soft music, please. Okay, holiday season. Well, you can go Silent Night or things like that. But if you have some instrumental music that you like that's very subtle because you want to stay in a restful mode even if you're not sleeping, do not. Okay, I shouldn't say that because that's the first thing you're going to do. Okay, what I want to say is choose. So some of the better choices to your cell phone things and your YouTube things and your Facebook things, and okay, make better choices. All right, if you're going on YouTube, look up maybe healing meditations, Reiki music, find crystal bowls or something like this. This is the part of transforming your mind, because you want to put your mind into the genre of healing. Okay, if you got Sudoku or Solitaire, something like that, kind of simple on your cell phone, then do that, because we're working with the mind. Okay, things that aren't going to tie you into frenzy. All right, you want to go into resting. If you had to take a day off from work, then you definitely want to pound this time full of restful, reparatory thoughts, transforming of your mind. Now, when you're going to get up in just a few minutes and have a little something to eat, okay? What are your selections for breakfast? Hopefully, you have some fresh fruit in the house. Bananas, oranges, apples. Apples would be absolutely perfect. If you can't tolerate the apples, then get the apple sauce. If you can't handle that, put the apples in a little bit of water, shake a tiny bit of cinnamon on them, and steam it until it's just barely soft and it's warm apples. Very, very good. The pectin's going to go in, break up some more mucus along with that lemon water that you've had, and going to help you with elimination. Now, so you don't have apples, you don't have bananas. You can go for a small bit of protein, maybe just a couple of soft scrambled eggs. But once again, we want to make better selections. Ask your body, what does it need? What does it desire in order for you to help it best of all today? Blueberries, strawberries, apples, oranges, lemons. Okay, so you don't have any of this and you got those packages of instant oatmeal or instant grits or, yeah, that's my off sign. But if you have to eat something and you're really hungry, you can have a very small portion of this. Okay, so the other avenue, if what you have in your house is mostly grains, let's go with amaranth, let's go with quinoa, and after that would be steel cut oats with some cranberries inside. All right, raisins, good for you. Okay, light breakfast, just enough so your belly says, okay, that's okay. All right, or you can have a piece of toast with some peanut butter. Okay, that's going the outer limits, but toast with peanut butter and banana. Peanut butter and banana toast. Okay, or piece of toast with a little bit of honey. All right, hopefully you have at least whole wheat bread or multigrain bread. The white stuff is glue, so okay, we should have our cupboards a little bit better by now. Normally, if you're dealing with a severe cold and flu, you're not in the mood for eating too much of anything, which is absolutely fine. Take some warm water, just a little bit of warm water. Pour your orange juice into the warm water so that you're drinking your orange juice at room temperature, or have your orange juice sitting beside your bed like kind of all day, and you can get some whenever you want to. I don't care if you're doing orange juice, pineapple juice, the citrus juices, even though they're canned or packaged or all those kinds of things, use those because it's going to help you be hydrated. Now, there's a certain type of broth. It's called Herbox. You can get it in the stores, but you probably remember it from when you go to a hospital and somebody gets served this broth because they're on a liquid diet. This broth actually has a lot of stuff in it that's pretty good, but it does not have the MSG. And it does give some flavor to your warm water, so you can have this broth unless there's someone there helping to take care of you, or unless you have the health and strength and you can, I don't know, boil some chicken. Okay, make your own broth, make your own chicken soup. This is very good. If you're going to put some vegetables in it, don't eat too much of the meat because the meat is hard on your belly to digest, to get through your body, and right now your body is working very hard to repair what's going on and get you back to health. So go really, really slow on the meat, okay? So vegetables and broth if you're really, really, really in the cold series, okay? And allow yourself to rest. Now, when you do begin to eat again, keep it soft, okay? Keep it no processed foods, but keep it easily digestible foods. One of the things that I do resort to when I'm healing, I've learned about kitchery, all right? I will post later on a recipe on Facebook for kitchery. You want to add a little bit more water to the recipe that I'm going to send and get all your ingredients together. Get your spices, use the spices, you need the turmeric and all that sort of thing. You're going to cook it till it's kind of like a porridge, kind of like, it's going to almost look like maybe oatmeal, because that's going to be so easily digestible. And the spices and things are going to go in and be like medicine to your body. This is a very good thing to start eating. You can eat it just the way it is for breakfast. You can add some vegetables to it for lunch and dinner for the first day, maybe even the first 2 days. Now, continue with your warm water, continue with your honey, a cup of lemon ginger tea with honey. I've given you that one before. Fluids, and plenty of rest. All right? I think that should hold you for a day or two. All right? Now, for those of us who are trying to not get these colds that everybody else, you need a big can of Lysol in the house. It's okay to have some Lysol in your office at your desk. You just don't want to spray people down with it, but it does have really, really good antibacterial properties. Washing your hands, of course, is still very, very good. Putting some essential oils of peppermint on some cotton balls, slip it into a little Ziploc bag, take it to work with you, have it in your car, put it in your purse, put it in your pocket. That's your crack. So every now and then you're going to open that little package and just smell, and you want to smell it strong enough, you want to breathe it hard enough that you feel it kind of going up through your nose, okay? That peppermint aromatherapy is going straight to your brain, okay? And saying, okay, germs, get out of here. All right? Natural things that you can do, people, to help yourself heal. And the other thing is simply taking time. Oh, I did forget to say, and maybe I don't need to say, vitamin C, the little packets, the chewy things, the pills. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of trust in them because I do believe they go down into your belly, and if they're the hard, chalky ones, sometimes they don't digest very well. So if you got the hard, chalky ones, take what you got, but put one in a cup of just room temperature water and see how long it takes for it to dissolve. That's going to be your key on how it's going to affect inside your body, all right? So pick up your vitamin C. Zinc tablets, Z-I-N-C, very, very good for warding off cold, for building your immune system and that sort of a thing. The molasses is really, really good help for your immune system. It has some potassium and magnesium and calcium and those kinds of things. Okay? Warm baths, stay warm, take good care of yourselves. Look at my candle, people. Keep those wicks trimmed and burning. And when it gets a little sooty, clean it out. So every now and then, there's nothing wrong. A little orange juice and castor oil. Clean it out. Make it go out of you. All right? So that should be enough for now. I'll send the recipe for kitchery. Meanwhile, let's have another glorious day. And remember, I love you all.